All right, it's the last day, and honestly, this is the kind of thing that I would fully encourage you to just spend a lot of time on. Get lost in your own composition. Don't try to cram it in 5 minutes. Try to, I don't know, if you have the spare time for it, try to find an hour or two throughout the week to play around with composing something. You can go between you can write on the bench and then transcribe onto MuseScore, or you can compose right from MuseScore. But please take your time with it. It's a nice way to put everything that you've learned together. And the unusual time signature is just the icing on the cake. So I don't know what I want to do with this. I don't usually compose on screen. I usually compose at the piano, but let's see what happens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ba-dum. I kind of imagine like a half notes, like ba-da-dum, kind of long melody. I think, is the tone I'm hearing an F? Let me just, yeah, it is. Okay, so I want to make that an F octave. Actually, I think I'm going to have to move them both up. Let me just see if I can select those two. I think the whole thing is actually going to have to go up an octave. Otherwise, it's going to interfere. There we go. It's going to interfere with the left hand. So let's get back into note ba ba bum. I want to pile up those G's. Bum, da, da. Kind of hear that half note again. What sound are we going to with the minor? I want to hear. Something like that I think might sound really cool. Even though the A is a little bit, it's not part of the chord tone, I think it actually might sound really good. Ba-da-da-da-da, F, G, A. So I want a G octave. And this time I'm going up. A. I think I want to spread out the rhythm a little bit too and change it to, maybe we'll do a dot. A. Dot A. Da. Da, 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 dum. And then there's going to be a quarter note, so B, and then da. What note is that? It's a G. Okay, so I wanted the sound of a G, and I think I'm just going to hold it all the way through the 5 measures. So I wonder if a 5, 6. I'm going to input it as a dotted half note, and it's going to do the tie for me automatically. What note did I say I wanted? Was it the E? I think so. No, it wasn't. G. I think it was a G. There we go. And I'll get the... Ooh. Did not mean to hit F. I wanted to input the... Ooh. There we go. That's what I wanted. Can I move this tie? It looks kind of ugly there. That doesn't look wonderful, but good enough. Let's see what that sounds like, and then I can manipulate it a bit. Oh, that's a weird... I feel like I gotta slow it down, because otherwise there's something about it that sounds pretty rushed. Oh, 900. That is the opposite of what I wanted to do. Let's see. Better. I feel like now we're gonna kind of start mimicking the same melody, but starting on an A. Ba-da-dum. We can follow the same shape. A to B. Oh, I gotta do 8th notes. B, A as a half note. Ba-dum. Maybe I can go up here too. Let's see if we can follow the pattern exactly. Ba, B, C. Let's copy the dots. C, bum. I kind of want to go up to a... What is that? A C sharp. Then I want to kind of go up to a D. I think that's going to sound really... Ba-dum. Ba-da-dum. If there's anything frilly, I'll just add it later. Let's do a quarter note. D... And then the C sharp should work beautifully. I don't know. I just want to do a half note for now, though. Okay, let's see what that sounds like. Ba-da-dum-bum. I actually think I'm going to move this octave down. What note do I want? Ba-dum. I want it one more down. Dum. And I want it to be a dot as well. So I'm going to change both of these to a quarter note dot. That's a G, B. I think I want a quarter note B. Note input. Da, da. Bottom, bottom. Maybe I'll do some kind of movement here where I can do, ooh, I have an idea. This is the way I'm going to finish it off. We'll listen to it and then I'm going to leave you off on your own mission. So I want to do 2 voices. Let's see if we remember how to change voices. I want to do, let's do voice number 2. Ba, da, da, dum. I think the note I want, I need to hear it first. Yeah, it's a G. So I'm going to change this note to a dotted quarter. So I'll add the dot to it. I'll move it down an octave. Oh, no, that's in the right spot. But I want to make this voice 2. So I'm just going to click the button for voice 2. And then the voice 1, let's note input that. It's going to be... Actually, I don't think my fingers can stretch that far. Da-dum. I'm trying to think on the keyboard. No, I don't think I can do that. Maybe I could do, instead of an octave, if my fingers can't go that far. Also, this should be a quarter note. And if I do note input, the next one, bottom. There we go. I'll put a slur in for posterity. All right, so since I can't play this, yeah, let's see how that works. I don't really like that ending, but I'm going to leave it there for now. I think this is like little fragments of an idea. Again, that I'm really only building to give you a sense of how you might go about composing. And of course, you could play around with things. Maybe you don't like the way that the beams are divvied up. Maybe you want all 5 to be linked together. I actually like that they're showing me the groups, but not everyone's going to like that. I can just merge the beams and keep them. Actually, that looks really good. So maybe I'll merge some beams. There we go. Makes the pattern in the left hand look really nice. And I'll save. Score. I don't know why it says 8. I'll write down score 11 composition. Oh, 5-8. That's why. Okay. And that's going to conclude our series. So I hope you have a lot of fun composing your own MuseScore stuff and transcribing music at your leisure.